If you are like me, you probably pulled out a lot of your favorite supplies and favorite colors, and you're still deciding on what theme you pick for your upcoming reading journal. So, if that's something that kind of interests you and would love to see how I get my journal ready for 2026, you might want to stick around. Hi, I'm Priya. What's up, everyone? Here I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. This is probably my favorite setup to do every year, and this is the reading journal I had prepped at the start of 2025. And I did fall off because, yeah, I have quite a bit of catching up to do on here. You will see my updated reading journal towards the start of 2026 while I catch up with all the things that I have in here. And I did have my update and the initial setup. All of those videos are in the playlist readings and reading and books, in fact. So I did go ahead and have some sticky notes so that I will have a rough idea of what I'm looking at and what pages I intend to have for 2026. So I just got this Secret Garden journaling kit from Notebook Therapy, and I was so intrigued when I saw this because look at those details, and this is so up my alley, and I had to get it. Whimsical, dreamy, and look at those details. And the washi tapes and those stamps were the first ones that caught my eye. And this traveler's journal is included in the kit. And it even comes with a sticker sheet. And I'm not using the journal as of now, but I think I will pull out the sticker sheet and I will have the things that I plan to use here. And as you can see, this is a 3 stamps in 1 stamping block, or it's a wooden block, of course. And I will link the shop and I will have all the names for you. I do not have a discount code for Notebook Therapy. And I really loved the washi tapes. And they are like so perfect for the whimsical, magical kind of themes. And I love to stick to my fantasy, fairy tale kind of vibes for my reading journal. And I also have this Moonflower Magic and the Secret Garden sticker pack, which I don't end up using. I could, of course, because the elements are slightly bigger and it's the same theme, and I should have added. So I will have this handy, and for the updated videos, I will probably pull out some of these. And they are kind of the iridescent look to them, and I will just keep all those aside. And I have the Moonflower Magic, which again there is a touch of purple and green in here, so I thought I might use it, but again I don't end up using it. And I will have all those handy. And there is always a pocket in the back of the reading journal, so that's where it's all going, so that I will have it ready and I can dive right in. And I have these alphas from Journal Say along with some of the other elements that I have pulled out and used earlier, and quite a few of the castles. So basically, I have pulled out all the purple and green elements I have in my stash. And all of these, when I last checked, were available at Journal Say. And my code Priya can earn you 8% off at Journal Say. And it's like fairly inexpensive, and over 29 US dollars or so. They ship international for free. And I'm not sure about any additional tariffs or anything, but from an international girly point of view, I think it's fairly reasonable. And this is the pouch I use to store my rating system and all the material paper I need for the reading journal setup. So that has the stamps and the stickers, the wrong bookworm, the original PET stickers I had picked up, all of that, all the goodies I need for the reading journal is usually in the pouch. And that was a clear pouch from Happy Planner. It came with one of the squad girls. And my affiliate link with Happy Planner is in the description. So I have a few other tapes from the washi tape shop, Notebook Therapy, and some of the stamps from Journal Say, all of those. And I'm going to fast forward this because this video I had filmed over 5 days because I did not get much time to sit down and do it in one go. Usually that's the way I like to do it, but around the time when the term is finishing, things get busy and I just wanted to get it going. So, but I think I did manage to stop and pause and then get working on the next set of pages. So that gave me ample time to think about what I wanted. And this is, again, that was a Secret Garden washi tape at the top. And I'm going with the lace washi, the bottle green lace washi from the washi tape shop. But yeah, I think I'll just stick to just this one, which looks really, really magical. And I'm not sure how well you can see. You have such really whimsical elements here. And I'm using my scissors also from Journal Say. And I think I will, nah, that's too much. And I'm taking this older washi tape sticker from the washi tape shop. I don't remember the name. And I'm just creating a floral centerpiece kind of look. And then this will be like the cover page for my 2026 pages. And I'm not intending to have that perfectly laid out. I'm just having a floral garden right there. And then I will come and add the smaller elements also. And this was before the washi tape came out. The washi tape shop, in fact, came out with the pre-cut versions. So I had gone ahead and cut around all these elements a while back. And I used my Gyro Cut Pro to cut. And that really saved me a lot of time here. So this sticker, this washi tape has smaller elements in the same theme, the Secret Garden. And I'm using some of these smaller elements to use there. And I have this Planet Derby printable alphas and numbers, which I had picked up. I believe this came out last year or the year before that, I'm not sure. And they are printable stickers, and I have that page done. So it's time to move to the next page where I will come and have some initial set of pages. As you can see, I have the titles right there. And this is where it gets a bit time consuming because each of these packs have only one of the whole set of alphabets. So I should have actually gone ahead and done the sorting and picking the alphabets beforehand, which when I come back in the later days for the pages that come after here, I did. But I think this did take me some time. And yeah, the books read is what I'm planning to do. So I'm having to go through a few packs at a time. And this is me the next day. So I decided to change out the year out. So I did come and take out the alphas, and I'm going to finish using the black washi tape at the top, the thinner one, and I'm going to have these stamps which were also from journal say. I'm not sure if they are still available because they were picked up a few years ago and I had not used them much. I did use it last year, and I thought this was a fun way of bringing in some of those floral elements without overdoing the whole big alphas. So before I put down the, yeah, oopsie, yeah, this is what happens when I stamp it backwards because yeah, books red. So not a big deal because you don't even notice at a glance that I had made an accident there. I'm going to now have like a graph, a bar graph, just so that I can have the number of books I read. It's just a quick visual of what all books, and not what all, the number of books I read, in fact. And I'm starting from the back, and this will be the months. And at the bottom, I think I will leave a bit more space because I don't see myself reading more than 8 books in 1 month, which is likely from given the time my reading stats go currently. So I'm going to get this purple one, which was really not a good idea, but I had to try. So I wanted to try this, but I think that is a chalk-based ink, and it's really, really feeble. And I should have actually done maybe the black. So I'm coming and adding the black on top, but I think it does give it a bit of a 3D effect, which I'm okay with, and that was a fun touch. And I'm using this thinner ivy washi, and I'm trying to make sure I don't use this very similar stickers, that's all. And if you notice, this is my A5 journal, which is not exactly my favorite size, but if you saw my last year's setup, you know how I talked about how pretty this journal is in person, and how I wanted to incorporate that. But I'm really hoping to finish using up this journal because I don't want to waste these pages. And I will probably move into something bigger, a B5 or a square or a letter size, depending on what I'm in the mood for. And I totally forgot to mention that this is from Archer and Olive. And my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off at Archer and Olive, the washi tape shop, Live Love Posh, Planything, and quite a few other shops. And I'm using some of the other purple elements in my stash to bring some of that purple down at the bottom also. And I'm throwing in a bit of the fairies and some of the smaller elements. And I did leave one spot for another goal, which I will finish as I think about maybe a few other options and think about what else I would love to achieve in 2026. And that was the book bingo sheet. And I did go ahead and add the full bingo right there. Before you ask, I looked up a few ideas for the book bingo on Pinterest, and I did come out with my own assortment of the bingo items that I wanted to include. And I'm going with some decorations here. And I also have these tree that with those lights, I think is just perfect. And I'm using that washi cutter from Live Love Posh, which is always pretty. And that helps me really keep that sticker really close and snug against the spine. And I almost went down with that other sticker, Alpha, but I thought maybe I should do some decoration, and I will also come and alternate between the purple and the green alphas for multiple reasons, because I wanted to keep those two colors rotating. And also, I will totally run out of the alphas if I were to stick with just one color. So mixing and matching these would give me a good opportunity of using up my stash and also bring in that interest. And I think that washi comes off, and I will have just the first letter, and the rest I will go ahead and stamp. And it is not perfect, but it's fine. And I did not realize that letter was stamped differently underneath the block, and I'm going and adding some smaller elements. So that's the advantage of so many fun stickers that I can combine. And here I'm doing the same thing, and I should have actually started with the alphabet backwards, and you will see why. And I ran out of space, see? And this will be the space for my series tracker. And I have really enjoyed some of the series, and a few of my favorite authors. I'm really working on a few of the Abby Jimenez series and Sarah J. Maas, the Fire and Ice, and a lot of other series that I've been loving. And if you would love to see what my goals would be, so I'm using those leaves with numbers on them. I'm not sure how well you can see the numbers, but they do have the numbers on them, and I thought that was a good way of bringing in some color and some interest even with the numbers. So this, I'm going to have my books tracked for the Reese's Book Club. And if you are not familiar, that's a book club run by Reese with a Spoon on Instagram, and she has book recommendations for every month. So I like to keep track of all the books that she suggests, and I try to grab and get the books as and when I can. So I thought that maybe we should have that entire list for the year in one place, and that's what I'm doing here. And the Reese's Book Club, this is going to be a Dutch door, as you can see. And I wanted to do the month and each book with the book covers, but I thought if I will be having all those book covers in multiple other spaces, then maybe I should skip that here. So I will just have the books, the names listed, and I just went ahead and added the book club, just the names down here, and I went with very simple Dutch doors. And I will also be having that washi tape that I used earlier, I had cut out earlier. So this one, I almost went down with the alphas, but I thought maybe I should just use the stamps again. And I'm using the black Oryx from Versafine, which is like the really nice ink for such purposes. And yeah, maybe I think I should have those 6 on each page. and I think that came out perfect. And I also have one of the alphabets. So as you can see, when I come back in the next days, I'm already doing my homework before I turn on the camera, because I don't have much time to spare. And as I mentioned in the beginning, I completed the spread over 5 days. I did not get much time to work on stuff. So I was trying to make sure I make the most when the camera is on. And this will be the Reese's book club. And there are always, I try to read on Libby, and it's not every day that I come across the books as and when I need it. So it is always a good idea to have a running list going. And when I have the book available, I will read it. It could be from 2024, it could be from 2025. I'm not sure. So as and when I get hold of the books, I read them. And my philosophy is very simple with that. And I will try and link all the books I've read this year in the 2025 completed journal, so that you can also pick it up if you have been looking for those. Because I did get hold of a lot of the Reese's Book Club picks from the past years. So I think this is the third year. So ever since I started my reading journal, I've been trying to be nice and really loving getting back into my reading habits, because life happens, motherhood happens, and then you fall off because there's not much time you have for yourself. So I thought this was a good excuse, because I used to think that this is just such a waste of time and such a lot of work. It sure is a lot of work, but I do get excited to read, to be very, very, very honest. So let's get to some other stamping, shall we? So I rounded the corner, and I'm also trying to add some lines. So I have these two colors that I'm going to alternate here, and I'm just keeping it at that. If you can see, I'm just really alternating it and keeping it with the purple and green theme. And I think these colors are just perfect. That's 620, and I forget what the other one is. And I will have the names in the on the screen, in fact. And this is, again, I'm just trying to keep it very simple. So if I need more space for more books that I happen to get hold of, I can always come and add lines in between there. And I wanted to use that owl sticker, but yeah, one of those stamps, it really did not work the way I wanted. So sometimes this is what happens and you have to make do with what you have. So I'm back to whiting that out, and it's fine because you hardly notice once it's all fixed. And make sure to wipe your stamps. Just keep a paper towel handy. And I'm using this ivy in black, and I think that really helped. And now on to the next page, which is the A to Z challenge. And I will also do the stamping for the two. And as you can see, I'm taking out this washi tape set, the winter, I forget the name. I will have it on the screen for you. And this has the alphas. I can always come and do the stamping, but I thought since these alphas are already done for you, why wouldn't I, right? So I'm trying to place it, and these are washi tape stickers, and they do have quite a bit of give when it comes to positioning and repositioning. And in the A to Z challenge, I skip some of the alphas, which I can say that I'm not going to be able to find books with. So why waste time? So I'm trying to scoot all the alphas a bit more up, and then we can have a bit more space and a bit more flexibility with that, Yeah, so PQ and maybe R, and S is definitely happening, and T. And I think that's good. I'm not going to add boxes or anything, because as and when I get to know the length of the book, name of the book, I can come and fit that in. And this washi tape, those square ones, were into the library set from Notebook Therapy again. So I'm trying to also make sure that I represent a bit of that black up top without taking up too much of the writing space. And what else? We will definitely bring in these smaller elements, maybe adding a few of the butterflies and a couple of the florals, and we should be good. So let me know how you are liking this, because this was something I had again taken a lot of thought before finalizing on. And this is the space for my top 5 books of the year. And this, I used to do flap book cover spaces, and I've done all sorts of interactive elements, and going with the same theme and going with the same set of washi tapes. And you see how just that washi tape at the top gives that richness with that gold detailing. And I'm going to stamp the alphas, and then using the 5, the number again, and I will be going and adding that tape right there, just finding the placement before I get to remove the backing, and that is quick and easy. On to placing a few of the trees as well, and just a couple of trees to bring in that green also towards the bottom. And I will add that thinner washi, the medium width washi, and I will now take out one of the Mojo Jojo Plans sticker books. This is the glitter boxes, and I need 5 boxes, and I'm just going to place it randomly. And my code Priya10 can be used at Mojo Jojo Plans also. And these are so functional. I'm just trying to roughly put it down before I finalize on that. And we will, put down the numbers. And then we definitely can move things around. And I would also love to bring in one of these hummingbirds in very similar colors or coordinating colors. And I want the sticker to just fit in that space we have. So this hummingbird duo can sit right there. And I think that's good. But I found something a bit smaller, so I'm swapping that bigger one for a slightly smaller hummingbird. And I think that's just perfect. And that's the top 5. I really love how this is coming together. So this will be the space where I introduce myself to new authors. And I'm going with these cathedral windows, and I will also try and add these alphas, the initial alphas, and I will also come and do the stamping for the remaining of the alphabets. And accidents do happen, but it is fine. I'm going with some Uniball Signo to correct some of the ink that is smeared, especially on the edge of the stamping blocks, the wooden ones, especially if you have done stamping, you do realize that's very common. And I'm taking out this material paper. I will try and link it because I do get asked where I get it from, and I will try and link it. I'm not sure if you can find the exact same one because I picked this up a while back, at least 2-3 years ago. And I'm going with just the corners, and it's sad that the entire detailing of these papers are just not visible on the video. And this, when I work with the page, you can see glimpses of the gilded edging and all that. So just keeping it at that. On to the next page, which is going to be the rating and the did not finish page. Yes, I do happen to go through certain books that either I did not like how the audio book was being read, or it could just be the plot, or it could be anything. So if I have not completed it, I give it a shot, and usually those are the books which really mean that I have tried, and it could be the Reese Witherspoon books, or sometimes I just go with what's available now when I have nothing else that I have put a hold on, and then I have no books to read. So I pick from what is available right then and there on Libby. And this is going to be the rating page, and I'm going with a system that was introduced by Erin Smith. I'm sure you have seen her videos. If not, you definitely should. So I'm taking out the alphas that I need for here. And this is called the Peach system. And this is a system for fiction books, which I normally read mostly. So the P stands for, I will talk to you, and let me just put down the stamp for the other page, which is for did not finish. Maybe I should have left some more space between the did and the not. And I think I will just start from the back and get to the F so that all the alphas will have enough space. And I'm putting down the tree right there. And that washi cutter has been really, really a game changer. So the P stands for plot. And what you do is, I've been using the Copile system. If you have been using that, I'm not sure who started with that, but it was just too technical for me. It was just not, it was too much for me. So this seemed to make more sense. So E for enjoyment, and A for artistry, C for characters, and H for heart. So you divide the total you get out of the rating for 5 and then divide it by 25 to get your star rating. It looks straightforward. Let me just start using it before I know whether it is for me, but I thought this made more sense, so that's why I thought I will just give it a shot. So I'm going with a few lines here, And I don't hope to have a lot of those did not finish books. And I'm going with the numbers again on the leaves. And that just brings a good pop of color as well. And I'm going with this Into the Library washi set, washi tape. And I'm going with this one. And I will leave some space so that that looks more fuller, you know what I mean? And finishing off the right page with just that one sticker and throwing in a few filler elements. And I love how fun this turned out. And I don't know, there's something magical about such whimsical spreads. And I keep coming back to these back to back. And this is the other Into the Library washi tape set. And I don't end up using it, but there is always a possibility I will. And I'm using another one of these papers just at the top corners. And this will be the page for my release radar and the book recommendations by other friends or other creators on YouTube or Instagram, because there are lots of those Bookstagram creators who do mostly book themes. And I do have these ladders and vines and floral decor, but I don't think I would bring that in, but I had to try and see if that would work. So this is going to be the release radar and new releases that I have my eyes on. And I'm going with, because these alphas are kind of bigger. So I thought, yeah, it is just not going to fit there. And I even misspelled it, you see. So now I'm going to, yeah, now I realize that there's a spelling mistake with the release. So I'm going to white that out entirely and switch to the smaller stamps which you see on the top right. So that used to be my go-to alphabet stamps. And I've linked everything for you if you are looking for something. Any of these, I will try and link whatever I can. And I even have a couple of the calligraphs because looks like I ran out of R's. So I'm using that D right there, and I'm using that purple sticker to cover up that white out. And I'm using the calligraphs to kind of make that D into a B with just a line in the middle. You will see that. And I will also have a portion of the cathedral window right there. And with this setup, I have used up 3 or 4 of those packs of the cathedral windows and the castles and the trees with vines and lights. And that did not come out as perfect as I had wanted, but I think it'll do. I kind of get the gist of things. And this is meant to be the book recommendations. And this will be smaller stamps. So as you can see, I brought in the alphabets and the stamps in alternate designs. And this will be the scrap washi tape I had pulled out from one of the earlier pages and I had not used. And this is, I'm creating a small set of clusters on either side. And I think we will just, just a couple of those stickers. And now I think we'll switch it out because there is already a books on the right page. And this will be our next set of Dutch doors for all the books that I read. And it will be like a running list. And I don't intend to read or like 100 books or 75 books. I don't see myself doing that. So I'm creating this Dutch door with this lace washi on either side. So you have vertical Dutch doors and you have horizontal Dutch doors. So I'm just going to create that simplest of Dutch doors. And I will also come and cut at the top as well, because we will be having the windows. Yeah, this will be the kind of where we will be putting that down. And I'm taking the journal closer to me so that I can have a bit more ease working with it. And you will see how I have to go back multiple times, because there is also that clear part of the washi tape which had not accounted for, and I'm going with a couple of millimeters more. And yeah, that is good. And I'm going with this green ivy right at the bottom there, because I know I will need a bit more trimming right there. And I think that was really good. And that's how easy can a Dutch door get. And I'm using this washi tape, the thinner one, just pulling everything together. And I think that was quick and simple. And now I will be going and adding some alphabets, because I want to spell books read in 2026 across both the pages. So I'm just taking out the alphabets and all the stamps I need. I'm just lining them up in the order I think I will need. And for the next page, I did come and yeah, that edges of the stamping blocks are sometimes really something you can't get away with. And yeah, I did not like how it looked, because it was way too many decorations around the actual number. And I'm going with this one, and I will go ahead and have some other smaller elements along the edges there. And that just brings in some deco without taking up too much into the writing space. And first I thought I would add some lines to it, but then I decided not to. And this will be the space I will have all the book titles along with their star ratings. And I'm trying to count the number of pages I will need. Again, I'm trying to measure the dots, because that's quite helpful when you have a dot grid journal, right? Maybe just a couple of millimeters. So counting the number of pages, so roughly I think we will have 3 per row, and we could have 3 columns on each page. So that's 9 book covers with the stamp ratings on one page. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have a few extra pages here for sure, because I would rather have a few extra in this category than less. So I'm just going to keep it at that. And I will count the number of pages, and I'll start decorating from the back now. And I'm not thinking of decorating the other pages in between because that's a very functional space and I would rather keep it that way. And because once it starts getting filled up, you will always, you can clearly see that there will be more covers and more of the colors and all that need space. So I would rather keep it at that. So you will see how I'm using up this entire roll of washi, which is very sad, but I'm glad at the same time. See, I'm done with that roll. So now I'm trying to finish off that weird space, and I did bring some extra elements, and I think that came together pretty well. And I'm also adding my last tree from that pack, and those are the next set of pages. And I'll have the full flip through once I'm done with everything. And now I really hope to bring like a monthly books read kind of tracker that I would really love to fill in with you or just update you at least every couple of months. So this will be the cover page for January, and this will have the book titles and maybe my favorite of the month, the ratings and all that. So please stay tuned for all that, and you might actually want to subscribe to my channel if you have not until now. It would really make sure that you can stay in the loop when new videos drop. And let me know how you think, what you think, and what your favorite component in here was. And you see me go through and fill some of those smaller areas and smaller components that I can just throw in, and that just those small elements can really pull things together. And please find all the videos I mentioned, my earlier setups, all of that. So here I'm just rounding the corners along all the four corners. And I hope you liked today's video. Please let me know what you think. And please stay tuned for the updates that will be coming pretty soon. And please come follow me on Instagram. I do share more spreads and more sneaks, even if they don't quite get YouTube videos. And please make sure that you check out all the shops and links and everything that you might want to grab things from. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.